Good afternoon. Hope we're all well. For those that didn't attend yesterday, my name is David Blythe, and I'm the Chief Technical Officer here at Jungle IT. For those that did join us yesterday, welcome back. And as you can see, we've made some improvements to our webinar. We've even got slides here as well. So yeah, we're going to move through some collaboration. Sorry, I'm being told my mic's not very good by our marketing expert there. No. So apologies if you couldn't hear me then. So we're going to go through your collaborative working, especially as more and more people are working from home. And we're seeing that on our help desk. We've got a quadruple call rate from yesterday. So yesterday we talked about the traditional on-premise infrastructure, having to VPN in to access this. The equipment and connectivity that the staff would need for home working. Today we're going to talk about how the home workers can work collaboratively while we're going through this unsettled and scary period. And especially around how teams can help your workforce work securely, collaboratively, and not feel isolated, especially as more and more people we are seeing working from home. By joining this webinar, you are actually using one of the main features of Teams, which is video conferencing, as traditionally we call it. And during this session, we're going to go through the main features of Teams. So we're going to look at chat, we're going to look at file sharing and collaboration, we're going to look at conferencing and also calling, so making phone calls, traditional phone calls within Teams. There is a Q&A panel on the right-hand side. My colleagues in the office are checking that as we go through, so please ask questions. If there's any technical ones that I need to cover at the end, we'll get through to as quickly as we can. So we're going to do a Teams demonstration in a bit, but effectively Teams is Microsoft's single pane of glass to help your staff work more efficiently and work together. And they've spent a lot of money and a lot of advertising, a lot of effort to get this application running beautifully, and it's what we use here at Jungle for our day-to-day work. So let me just switch out and we'll run a quick demo. So bear with me while I get sorted. Because I'm using Teams to do the presentation, I just have to use a web version of it, which, give me 1 second. There we go. So this is Teams. So Teams is available as a standalone application, but is also available in a web browser. So if you were using a non-corporate device, you had a PC at home or a Mac at home and you wanted to use it and you didn't want to install anything, you can use it in a web browser. So we've got several buttons down here on the left-hand side. So one of the main ones is chat. So chat we describe as the corporate WhatsApp. It ensures that all your messages are saved securely and accessible to people as they need to communicate with individuals. This is a demo account, so there's only a couple of live accounts within there, but as you can see, we're communicating with Bryony here, who's in the office. And we're just going to send Bryony a message. Hopefully Bryony's got her Teams open and she should get a message, so we'll wait for her to come back. Oh, there we go, look at that, instantaneously. So it means that we can communicate with people outside of our organisations as well as people inside, and we can share files. Within here we can do formatting, so it doesn't have to be boring. You know, if you wanted to spice things up a little bit, so we can do bold, we can do anything that we can do within a word processing environment. We can do that within the chat window. If we were wanting to make sure that Bryony noticed our message, we could do some underlining, we can highlight things, we can add links, and we can if we're talking in a multi-chat environment, we can reference people as well using the @ sign. We can also, from here, which we won't do, is we can instigate a video chat, or we could make a call within that window so that we've got easy access to Bryony. Next tab along is the Teams environment. So this is where we would do the collaborative working. So in here we've created 3 demo teams. So we've got finance, design and management. And within here we have several areas. First bit is posts. So this is very similar to the chat environment where we can collaborate with the people that have access to it. So this is the finance team, for example, and we can chat within that finance group, and people would see those posts and those chats. So hello finance, and we can post there, and people would see that. Within here we have some extra functionality that we can make announcements. So if we're wanting to announce to finance that we've had a big win, we can create announcements within there, and and we can send that, and that just gives more gravitas to your message, and you can see that it's got an announcement, so anybody that's within the finance team would get that big announcement through to people. Just helps focus people's minds on what's going on within the environment. Within here is where we would replicate and replace potentially our file system. So as you can see here, we've got a number of subset folders within the finance area. So these could be anything you wish to create to give access to these individuals. And in here we can then create and work on documents within the Teams environment. So we can quickly create a test document, and then we can be editing that document straight away within the Teams window, still within the browser. There we go. So we can work on a document like that, and collaboratively, if somebody else in finance was to open that document, we could both work on this together. We use this regularly for when we're creating proposals and documentation here at Jungle, whereas more than one of us would be working on something at any point in time, and can work on something collaboratively. We can also pop that out into a full desktop application if we needed it, just to give it a little bit more functionality, especially around things like formatting. So that then saves that back into the document, and we can see who's modified it, and we can do version control within that environment. We can also upload files to these teams if we had them on traditional. New functionality is coming out shortly from Microsoft, where it will allow us to import emails directly from Outlook. The function's not there yet, but hopefully will be soon, which then will make this almost a single pane of glass for everything we need when we can have those kind of functions. We can share these teams with people outside of the organisation as well. It isn't restricted to just working siloed. We can collaboratively work with our clients and vendors if we need to. But again, all secured, and only people are allowed access if they've been granted it. Next, we'll quickly move down to calendar. So calendar replicates what's in your Outlook calendar, but has the added benefits of being able to create meetings, whether they're scheduled, live events like we have here. So when we created this live event, we simply created a live event, give it a title, a location, a time frame, who we wanted to be able to invite, whether we wanted Q&A, and then we scheduled the meeting. We then sent the link out to everybody that requested access to this meeting, and then it's there available to start. I won't start it now because it'll just cause havoc with the cameras and the audio. So that's how we could create a live event. We could quite easily create a new meeting as well. You can invite people. So, invite demo 2. Again, time frame for how long the meeting is going to be, whether we want to repeat it, and then we can send that out. We can see here that it then adds all the Teams meeting information. So people haven't got Teams, they can click on through this link here. If we were doing it within Teams itself, the actual application would get a join button here. That's not available in the browser version, but there'd be a join button here. Or equally, we could meet now. So if we're wanting to collaborate with somebody, we're at home, for example. I did this with a client this morning. We just click Meet Now, invite them to the meeting. So I'd create a meeting. It's going to probably blow the camera up. So it's using my webcam on the laptop. I can create a meeting and then invite people to join that meeting on the fly. So it just means that while people are working from home in these horrible times, that we face-to-face is really, really good. One of the nice features that we like about Teams, and we've been using with our cloud telephony provider, Enfon, is the ability to use it as a complete single pane of glass by being able to make phone calls. So people still do like to talk to each other. So here we've got the call panel. As you can see, we've got a number here. I'm quite sure where 01344 is. But when we do the demo in a second, it'll come from my mobile and will show us. And then we have a keypad, so traditional phone keypad. I regret giving out my mobile number, but there we go. So if we ring that, just give it a second. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that, but that number's calling. Okay, so that's Bracknell. So that gives us the ability to use Teams for everything. So we've got collaboration in terms of the chat window and keeping it up to date and with our clients and colleagues. We've got Teams giving us the ability to collaborate and share files and work on projects still wherever we are. We've got the calendar, which gives us the meeting functionality, that nice personal touch of being able to do video calls wherever we are. One of the features that was difficult to show you within the calendar environment, just again because we're doing this as a live event, is the ability to blur out backgrounds. So if you're in you're at home and the kids are screaming around the back of you, and the house is a mess, you can blur out the background. So that would remove all of the kind of white space around here and give it a more focused approach, Microsoft say. Coming soon for that functionality is customized backgrounds as well. So instead of the physical jungle banner that we've got here, we could superimpose one a bit like a green screen. Other functionalities are live caption as well, so it would translate the audio into text for you. So if you're in a bit of a noisy environment, so if the kids are screaming and you just need to listen to the event, you can do that as well. Also included in there has been the ability to record the meeting. We are recording all of these sessions as well, and we will be sending them out at the end of the week for people. Again, especially colleagues who've missed these, we'll be posting those as well. Within the meetings that are recorded, you've got full search functionality in there. So if you weren't able to attend a meeting, for example, if your name was mentioned in that meeting, you can search for it and it will take you straight to any parts of that meeting that you've been referenced. So if you've been landed any horrible jobs in the meeting, you can go straight to them. We then covered calls as well. Again, we think it's a great function of Teams and being able to integrate that into your phone system. So we just have that one application where we can kind of do all our work, keeps us focused. It also means that we can stay connected to our colleagues wherever we are. Teams is available for free download for Mac and PC. You can do it in a web browser. You can also use it on any mobile devices as well. So it means that you can always be in touch with people and make sure that you're working efficiently. I think I've gone over. Oh no, not quite. So we'll just have a quick check on the Q&A. I think I can see a little blob. Oh, Brian is that. Okay, maximum number of participants for a video call. Now, I don't believe there is, but we can check that and we'll come back on that question. I just want to make sure we got the right answer for you on that. I don't think we've done any bigger than sort of 5 or 6 here, but we'll get that information to you. James has asked something. Hi, James. Yeah, you would need a 365 tenancy to use Teams because it links into the Azure AD for that. Again, we can help you work through that. We've got Paddy here as our Microsoft expert, so if you want to talk offline about licensing and things like that, we can definitely do that. If there's any more questions. Yeah, that's quite a good one. So does the organiser have to start the meeting, or can people join? Again, you've got options there. You can do it so people have to wait in the lobby, or attendees can start them. It's entirely up to yourself which way you want to go on that around the meetings. Anything else, anybody? Great. Okay, well, thank you very much. Hope that's been useful. We are back same time tomorrow, and we're going to be talking about security and being able to keep your corporate data secure while people are working from home. Hope everybody stays safe and well, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you very much.